The truth is out, winter's coming. They all know about the Night King, cause John and friends met with the crown and showed them one of those white things. They grabbed the white right beyond the wall when they almost died on an island. But that's the same time that we saw Daenerys and the 3 dragons fly in to save the crew. But John got held back, they had no option, so they left him. Just when you thought that all was lost for John, in comes half zombie Uncle Benjen, who sacrificed himself for John's escape. Did what he could with the time he had, gave up his horse to stay behind the fight, with a shitty weapon choice I might add. But because of Jon Snow's northern honor, it started drama they should brace for. Cause then it led to Queen Cersei to lie about being back up in the Great War, with only 2 dragons left, cause they had to make a sacrifice so they could snatch the way. But the Night King brought it back to life. Now the dragons ice, them dragon eyes be icy blue. His fire's too, he's bringing armies, polar bears and giants through. Prep the night, watch the first fight, it's coming right to you. The horn will blow, 3 will call, they heard the screeches, they freeze in awe. The scene they saw, the crows are down, send the ravens up cause they breached the wall. The white Viserion burned it down, then the dead army began to march, with Tormund Giantsbane making safe to confess his love to Brienne of Tarth, who sworn an oath to the late Catelyn she'd watch Arya and Sansa Stark while training Podrick how to swing a sword. Will Podrick manage when the manic starts? Will Beric live? He been revived 6 times, but now there's no spare life, cause his homie Thoros of Mir died in that bear fight from that bear bite. East Watch was the weak spot, so what's gonna happen in Castle Black? Is Lord Commander Ed well prepared enough to face a full-blown mass attack? All the Umbers, all the Karstarks, they're between the wall and Winterfell. For now it's ran by Sansa Stark, the Northmen and the men in the Vale. In come Sam, Lil Sam and Gilly, coming in from the Citadel. Met with Bran to reveal the Jon Snow secret the Ned Stark didn't tell. He took her straight to the grave with him, but good thing there's Sam in his books. He's guiding the blood raven to the right memories, he can tell Bran where to look. The 3-eyed raven sees everything, any timeline that he wants to. Even from a still wheelchair, he can give you history a walkthrough. He can even see you in real time, present day, and he can watch you. Even though he's all seeing now, he kinda turned into an odd dude. But he's real focused on the task at hand, telling Jon who he was meant to be. But Jon Snow serves Daenerys now. He called the queen and he bent the knee. Would the North stand with Jon's decision to see her army in the North abandoned? If they reject, I ain't talking Tyrion when I say they'll be short-handed. But speaking of Tyrion Lannister, I thought this man was like the smartest dude. I know people can make mistakes and all, but lately his plans have been falling through. And the last scene with him was weird. The look he had when he was staring out, watching Jon go in Daenerys' room, like what the hell was that stare about? Did some deep feelings start to show? Is this something that we ought to know? Is Jon Snow now some kind of love liability like Dario, who stayed behind in Slaver's Bay, or the Bay of Dragons where he's left to run, to keep the peace between the freed slaves and the old masters with the second sons? That's kinda close to where Euron's headed, as he fakes his fear and pretends to run, cause there's a group of deadly mercenaries there, and Essos is where he's gonna get them from. The Golden Company sell swords with elephants that's high in rank, getting scooped up by Euron's Iron Fleet, backed up by the Iron Bank. Reimbursed by Tyrell Gold, and that whole house turned gray space, thanks to the Lannisters and the Tarleys. But then the Tarleys met the same fate. Olenna died, but before she left, she helped Jaime solve a small mystery, the death of the late King Joffrey. She said, tell that Cersei bitch it was me. First the Mad King, now a bitch queen. Cersei saw the prophecy, the witch scene, and she's this mean, cause her kids are dead. Now her brother lover Jaime switched teams, headed north. On he goes against Cersei's will, but he promised though, he just trying to be honorable, trying to mend the oath he broke long ago. Kingslayer, a name that gave this man slight looks, trying to take the fight so we can make it right when they write his name in that white book. Once Cersei sent him that threat, he's so gone, even put a new set of clothes on. Jaime jet, he left like so long, he ain't yet to pay the debt he owed Bronn with a castle and a decent lady, which he had and it seems he made it. But it changed cause he agreed with Jaime to be his cutthroat, Peter Baelish. Thanks to Arya the executioner, and she ain't even really need the faces, just a dagger Littlefinger used on her dad for all the shit he created. The game he played it well. It's safe to say he was a core contender, and the Lannisters paid the debt to him, but so did Arya, because the North remembers winter came hard for House Frey when poison wine was being passed. So I assume now the twins are vacant and Edna Tully is free at last. River Run is going back to him, and he could probably even go and keep the twins. And I ain't sure if we'll ever see either Mira or Howland Reed again. Euron killed 2 sand snakes while Cersei gave the 3rd a kiss of death, and locked up Valyria beside the daughter to watch her rot till no skin is left. When Euron caught Yara, Theon got triggered and pushed to the edge so he leaped. But Euron is smelling the coward on Theon, I guess you can say that he reeks. Cause the shit he been through is kinda gruesome, but it finally seems he kinda gruesome, cause he fought the dude and earned respect from his men. So now I think it's time to do something. But if Yara's dead, lighten up, Qyburn into that combining stuff. When it comes to his will of reviving the dead, ain't no mountain high enough. He's been camp in the citadel. So Pycelle always found reason to spit on him, till he finally flipped him the bird by having Pycelle's own little birds flip on him. He's the hand of Cersei, and to get to Cersei you gotta go around the mountain. He's a zombie now, he don't make a sounding. From a distance the hound is howling, just waiting for all this to come into place. Thirsty for blood, if it's blood that you crave, then what better way than killing the brother you hate for what he had done to your face. And ain't nobody want no beef, but as much as homie is a cold beast. But because of what the mountain did as kids, a little fire gives him cold feet. The spider stands by the dragon queen, but even with the good deeds he did, she still suspect that he's devious. How he changed sides with the previous. He's good for now though, and she uses counsel if there's any need for it. We'll see if Varys isn't hiding any more tricks in them big ass sleeves of his. If there's any left, it's from Melisandre, the one of many red priestesses. He always act like he's no believer, but there are times where it seems he is. He criticizes fanatic types, but there are times where his heart will go grim if you bring up the voice he heard and what is said from the flames when his parts were thrown in. He looked horrified when Kinvara claimed it was the Lord of Light. Melisandre looking for Azor Ahai ain't wanted past the north borderline, cause she torched alive Princess Shireen, little girl loved by the Onion Knight. Sir Davos Seaworth, Jon's hand, the one who keeps saying that he doesn't fight. He got with Gendry, who agreed to come without even knowing what was happening. With his warhammer handy like his dad as the one last Baratheon. Missandei speak 19 languages, and she learned how to speak them young. Then learned the language of love of Grey Worm since she learned that he could speak in tongues. Thanks to Sam, Jorah painfully beat the odds of grayscale and went home. He traveled far through hell and back so he can end up back in the friend zone, but tenfold he let go. I have a feeling he's accepting that. On his way north with Daenerys, will Lyanna Mormont accept him back? Even though she's really young and smaller, she's a badass for real. I guarantee she'll last longer than Robin Arryn on the battlefield, where I'm sure we'll see dragons fight each other. The Dragon Queen will have to fight his son. Will we see another dragon die? Will we see somebody else riding one? But she was riding Jon when they were sharing a room. Then we found out he's Targaryen too, but they having sex, he's Targaryen too? Fuck it man, that's what Targaryens do. But Jon's real name is Aegon, and that guy don't care about the Iron Chair. But being Rhaegar and Lyanna's son shows it makes him the rightful heir. They going north in the cold turf, how would Dany's army in the snow work? They ain't used to this kind of weather, I bet the cold snow is gon' hurt. Since Yara and Ilaria were captured, Daenerys' army's been split up. But what the hell's the Dornish army doing? Are they still waiting to get picked up? Hot Pie should not die, but I hope you make it though, cause he revealed the biggest secret in Game of Thrones: brown and butter before you make the dough. But for real, the time is near. Plan ahead, there's no room for error. Winter's come, the long night is here. The night is dark and it's full of terrors. Jon and Dany gearing up the north, while Cersei holding down King's Landing. And the Night King is coming hard, killing them, recruiting anything standing. Will we ever understand his motives, the reason behind it, and what the goal is? Is Jack and Hagar still stay in brothels? Will a man with no face come to show his? Who's gonna be the next person to get crossed off in Arya's list of names? And will we ever find out what the voice said to Varys from within the flames? Will Bronn never get his castle? Will Bran get the Walk of Dragons in the deep when the war is happening? Will the children of the forest tap in? Will Euron get to marry pregnant Cersei? Will the North and Dany combine the troops? How will Sam feel about his dad and brother? How will Jon feel when he find the truth? And when he finds it, will he believe it? Cause someone out there provide the proof. Bran's visions and Sam's scrolls should be enough for them to tie his roots. Who will fall? Who will stand? Cause that's a harsh storm to manage through. It's not just about who would die, but how to die and in the hands of who. Would there be backstabbing or a plot twist? Who will win the war and take it home? Who knows? What we do know is anything goes in Game of Thrones.